Yo, what is up, everybody? And today we are back on the channel with some more Madden 27 CFM. Or shoot, see, I'm getting ready for next year already. I said Madden 27. Madden 26 CFM with our Tennessee Titans. And today we have a little bit of a lighter video. You know what it is. We got our CPU Dolphins, so hopefully it's going to be a nice little easy dub. Keep us on that win streak so far, coming off that bye weekend, off that Jags game. And Jackson Dart looking to kind of know how to not throw a fourth quarter interception, as even though we were up on the Jaguars big last week, he did somehow still manage to get a fourth quarter interception in there. So hopefully this week against the CPUs, no fourth quarter interceptions and just no interceptions at all. And hopefully it doesn't even need to like come to the point where we need to throw an interception, because we're past that with the CPU going out of their way to win games, as Joey Sly is here to kick it away to number 81, who will have a return here, and he will get it up to the 22-yard line, where the Dolphins quarterback Byron Brown will get it off. Starter looking to pass here on 1st and 10, rolling out of the pocket, getting on the run, and that is something we are probably going to see a lot of today, because this Byron Brown dude, he can run. He can run. Trust me on that one. He can run. And as you guys know, or if you remember, I should say, Packers running back, not Devon Akane back there. That is Josh Jacobs in the backfield. That was the trade that the Packers made to the Dolphins user that was previously in this league in season one. So it was like, I don't know what the full trade was, but I know it was like Devon Akane for Josh Jacobs and something else. But no Tua, no Akane, no Waddle. If you guys know, Waddle is on the Jags. So basically, the normal Dolphins that you would know, as Tony Pollard got absolutely pummeled there. Normal Dolphins that you would know, not the Dolphins that you're going to see today. They got Zay Flowers there for pass catching. Um, so it's just not the normal deal. As now 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line, we hand it off to Tony Pollard, who gets going to nowhere now from 2nd and 9 here, making some adjustments to the play, off the play action. Jackson Dart under some pressure, getting it to Calvin Ridley, who's going up the sideline, but he cannot escape. Probably would have been taken down at about the 5-yard line anyway. Is now 1st and goal from the 6. We get it to Chigazium Okonkwo for the first touchdown of this game. And going into the future of this video, I just wanted to let you guys know now there is going to be a skip around halftime. So just to let you guys know, I don't want to leave you in the dark when you like figure out why we skipped like a random four. I think it was like 3 plays, and it basically is for the same reason as the other video that I played. So if you guys remember from that Patriots CPU game, the video started lagging for a little bit as Byron Brown get sacked there by Mr. OO. But if you guys remember, that video like randomly started lagging around halftime, and for some reason it happened again as Josh Jacobs is looking for the first down off the screen pass, but he does not get there. And 4th and 1, obviously, this not being a real user, the Dolphins will just punt it away to Kim DK, who was coming off a week where he had a good punt return touchdown, but that will not happen on this one. Not saying it won't happen this game. You might see it. You never know. It's 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Jackson Dart going deep for Kim DK, and he doesn't get a punt return touchdown, but he can get a receiving touchdown, which he will do exactly that. But like I was saying, for some reason I don't know what happens when I play CPU games and around halftime. Um, but for some reason the video feed just starts absolutely glitching out for no reason, and this time it was like so bad that you couldn't even tell what was happening. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna skip it and not even worry about it, as that is, I believe, Zay Flowers with the catch there to take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. But I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to put it in because it was straight lagging for about maybe 30 to 40 seconds. So I just skipped it. And I was like, just let bygones be bygones. It's a CPU game. It's not really that important. But hopefully it doesn't keep happening, because it seems like the only 2 times it's happened is for CPU games. So I don't know what the real fix is. It's now third and 14. Byron Brown rolling up in the pocket, still waiting, getting it underneath to Josh Jacobs, who has a first down and more. And there's the CPU there with some good pocket presence, or I shouldn't even call that good. That's elite pocket presence to kind of lure down some Titans defenders. It's now Josh Jacobs tries to take it on the run. He breaks two tackles, but fortunately, doesn't really help him. He doesn't go anywhere. Now, second and 11 from the 19-yard line. Byron Brown rolling up in the pocket, going for the end zone. That is going to be caught for a touchdown by Zay Flowers. As the kick from Chad Ryland is going to be up and good to give the Dolphins their first points of the day. And for the Dolphins CPU, this is a major upset game. I didn't even realize this until I just looked down at the scoreboard to see that the Dolphins were 0-6. So the CPU, I don't know if they're going for draft picks, but if they still want to go and get into the playoffs at this stage in the AFC, you got to win like 10 games at least. You got to start on that winning streak now. It's first and 10 off the counter. Tony Pollard will have nowhere to go. Like, for the Dolphins to still make the playoffs, you got to have some like insane user to join that's just going to win 10 in a row. Because remember, the AFC East is still a hard division because at this time, I know if you guys remember from earlier, the Bills guy did leave the league as Tony Pollard takes it straight up Broadway and gets it all the way down to the 9 yard line. Like I was saying, the Bills user did have to leave the league, but I mean, he he hasn't left the league yet. Like he's still in. I think he left around like week 17 or something like that. So he's still in there. He still wins like, some games. But the Jets guy is a newfound user as we go for Kim DK again, and he will have his second touchdown on the day. But like I was saying, you got the Patriots. Actually, no, you don't have the Patriots. Oh wow. Hey, if a good Dolphins user join, they could technically still make the playoffs. I mean, for terms of this hypothetical, I mean, I am going to say that the Dolphins didn't make the playoffs. I don't mean to spoil it, but they were a CPU team for basically the rest of the season. So it's like, yeah, now Zay Flowers back in the open space, and Zay Flowers has one man to escape from an Amani Hooker. The sprint is not needed because Flowers is on a runaway train with no stop in sight. And I won't even call that a blown coverage. That they just absolutely read our Tampa 2 and abused it. I that good reads by CPU there. You can't even really argue with that one. And then I just absolutely whiffed on the tackle. But now, right before the 2 minute warning, we try to take it up the middle with Tony Pollard, but he gets absolutely boom shutted. Now, second and 7, we go out the middle with Tony Pollard again, who has a first down and more. Tony Pollard looking to escape, but he cannot get away at the last second. Now, first and 10 from the 45-yard line. Jackson Dart dropping back to pass, going for Ridley, who hangs on through the contact. Now, second and 3 from the 38-yard line. This is when we could use Jackson's darts clutch gene, I guess you could say, as Chickasee Okonkwo makes a grab there. That was a good dive. Look at that, 10 first downs already. And I am going to say after this play, I believe it does start lagging. So after this one, or maybe the next one, you just skip a couple plays. No, it's after this one right here. We will skip a couple of plays, and like I said, it's just because of that lag. It was, you literally could not see what was going on. So I was like, you know what, let me just skip it. Now we get to first and goal from the 1 yard line after the blip Jackson Dart. And this true five wide formation looks like the Dolphins are dialing up a blitz, and they dialed the blitz, but we still try to take it up the middle with Jackson Dart. We use our second timeout now, second and goal from the 2 yard line. You see us going through the play because this is when I allocated my. Whoa, what is going on? Okay, it happened again. I guess I didn't pay attention enough as Tony Pollard is into the end zone for a touchdown. Oh, looks like I actually. Oh no, I know why I left that in there because Tony Pollard scored a touchdown. That was the only one I left in there. I didn't want to make it look like 7 points just appeared on the board out of nowhere as we are about to go to halftime. As try to force a fumble here, but nothing happens. And Byron Brown and the Dolphins will just come on and take a knee and just let the bygones be good bygones. Go into halftime, maybe come out with a better game plan, a better plan of attack. That is something that you just ever rarely see. Even playing a CPU, I've never seen a CPU take a knee at halftime like that. Or if I have, it's definitely been a while as Le'Veon Moss out of the halftime locker room looking to make a kid a big kickoff return. Why did I just combine big and good there? I don't know what's going on with me. As Tony Pollard tries to take it on the counter with the run, gets a nice 3 yard gain. I guess you could say has got our helmet motion here. Handed off to Tony Pollard again on the stretch play. Tony Pollard working his way to the outside. He gets the first down and more. And the first downs keep coming for the Titans. We have about, what do you say, 13 or 14 now. Maybe make this 15. No, he dropped it at the last second. It's now second and 10 from the 49-yard line. Jackson Dart dropping back to pass, going underneath for Tajay Spears. And Tajay Spears could not get to that first down line, but there's an injured Dolphin on the field. That looks like one of their D linemen. As now third and 4. We go up the seam for Calvin Ridley, who gets us another first down. And the Dolphins just cannot get off the field today. It's now first and 10 from the 20-yard line. This will be another first down. Maybe Tony Pollard can turn it into a touchdown, which he does just there with a good juke move back inside as Joey Slide's PAT will be up and good to give us a 21-point lead. And now Joey Slide back on the field to kick it away to the Dolphins, who will try to get a good return. And oh my goodness, who ordered the boom squad on the kickoff? It's now first and 10 from the 23-yard line. We try to hit stick Josh Jacobs, and we should have a little bit of PTSD from playing against CPUs and try to hit stick running backs that have tank. Because if you guys remember, I believe it was last season against the Texans guy. Oh my goodness, as Byron Brown has nowhere to go, and Mr. OO gets another sack on the day. But like I was saying, if you guys remember from last year, Joe Mixon with that tank on on the first play of that first game. Oh my goodness, he absolutely cooked us. We hit sticked him 4 times. He didn't go down. He goes 79 yards for a touchdown. Absolutely insane. It's just something I can't believe. It's now first and 10 off the RPO. Jackson Dart into open field. Oh my goodness. I did not see that Dolphins guy there about to tackle Dart. I thought that was one of our Titans guys coming up to block. That's not a good sign for me as Tony Pollard tries to juke back inside, but he does not. Fake out the man is now second and 10 from the 36-yard line. Jackson Dart dropping back to pass. Jackson Dart going on the zig route to Eleganyumar, who has a first down and a little bit more there. Now first and 10 from the 17-yard line in the single back. We ran the ball a lot out of this formation today. We would do just that again, but maybe we should stop doing that because Tony Pollard just got boomsticked into oblivion. Now Tony Pollard tries to take it on the stretch play outside, but he just loses more yards. Now third and 14, same formation. Jackson Dart off the play action, looking for Alec Anumar, but he gets hit as he throws, and this will bring Joey Sly onto the field for a nice field goal that will be easily up and good. And once again, Joey Sly proves why he's the kicker. He should be the kicker of the year. I mean, he did miss his first PAT of the season, but like since that, he has been perfect. He is like everything you really want to see in a kicker, especially over the last 3 seasons. That's my guy. Joey Sly is really my guy. Is Byron Brown off the play action goes over the middle there to get him a nice 8 yard gain. Now second and 2 from the 33-yard line. Under pressure, he gets it over the middle to Zay Flowers again. And Zay Flowers looking for the hat trick, and just when the World Cup is on, Zay Flowers says you don't need soccer to score a hat trick. And now the 2-point conversion with Josh Jacobs will be easily good. That will take the lead down to 16 points here. As now Marcus Harris, or I keep messing them up. I don't know why I do that. Le'Veon Moss on the return there gets it to the 31-yard line. Is now back in the single back. Jackson Dart handing it off to Tony Pollard on the counter, who goes into some open space. He makes a good move, and he goes over the century mark on the day. And this will be the last play of our third quarter here. Jackson Dart dropping back to pass, looking for Chigozie Okonkwo underneath, who will try to fight his way for some extra yardage, and he will do a little bit of that. It's now second and 3 from the 46-yard line. Jackson Dart looking deep for Alec Anumar, who has a step. He jumps up for it, but he could not come down with it. And maybe I should just possession catch on that one. I mean, it was the high ball. They don't usually catch high balls with possession catches. So, what can you say, though? First and 10 now from the 39-yard line. Back in that true 5-wide formation, and Alec Anumar won't need a jump for this one because it's placed absolutely in the red basket. And Jackson Dart. This is a Jackson Dart that we want to see. I mean, I know it's against the CPU, but no interception so far. Oh, sorry, I just had to knock on wood there because it is the fourth quarter, so that means an interception is probably coming, but can't jinx it. Just gotta hope and pray for the best. As now Josh Jacobs takes it on the draw play, gets about 9 yards. Now second and one from the 37-yard line. Dolphins need a big miracle here, but I don't think the CPU can really ask for that because they haven't really been playing like the all Madden CPU. I guess you could say as now Cody Barton, that's our user on third and two. Byron Brown running around, pulling a little bit of a Houdini act, and he gets the first down as Benjamin Morrison brought him down just a second too late. Is now first and 10. Byron Brown has nowhere to go. That is Jonathan Grenard, and now he's lit up. Unstoppable force that we're going to use her, but the CPU knows better. Gets it outside to Josh Jacobs. Oh my goodness. Just put three people in the ground, and we are still on Jonathan Grenard. That is not unstoppable force. That is Fearmonger that we are using as now underneath there for a nice 4 yard gain. Fourth and 9 from the 44-yard line. The lit up Jonathan Grenard is no longer on the field as now Byron Brown looking for somebody, anybody, and he throws it to the other team and he finds Xavier Woods. And that will probably end this game. I mean, unless the Titans fumble here with Tony Pollard or just make a bad ball decision as Tony Pollard gets the first down and more. And once again, the big problem for this Dolphins defense today is just not letting up these first downs. I mean, it's first down after first down as Tony Pollard has nowhere to go on that second or first and 10 play there as we hand it off again to Tajay Spears. This time, Tajay Spears. Why did I think that was Tajay Spears? Tony Pollard, excuse me. Now at the 2 minute warning, third and 12, back in that true five wide formation. Jackson Dart going over the middle for Calvin Ridley, and we threw it a little bit too early. He would have had an easy first down there. It's now 4 for 1 from the 36-yard line. Jackson Dart going to Calvin Ridley up the seam, who will decide to go out at the 1 yard line. Don't want to cause any problems, get any suspensions, but hey, at least Jackson Dart didn't throw that fourth quarter interception. We made it. What can you really say? But a nice dub. Keep that win streak alive, and I mean, what can you really say? I guess CPU's always easy givens for us, except unless it's the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns CPU was the only team that we really struggled with so far, but that was about 2 seasons ago, I think. But other than that, that's really going to be it for me in this video. Like I said, it's just a light CPU game. Get some laughs and some hooligans, I guess. Not really a bunch of shenanigans there today, but next week we got a nice little rematch 3 times so far in this series. Titans versus Broncos, and we will be playing away again at or what is it? High Mile? Whatever. Yeah, we have never played the Broncos at home. That's what I come to. We've never played the Broncos at home, but we are 2-0 against the Broncos away. So hopefully next week Jackson Dart comes in and makes it 3-0. But other than that, that's really going to be it for me in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and peace out, y'all.